everyone, Lockie here, heading down to Elwood for another post-work session. Knocked off work for the day and I went home and picked up the old downwind board, and yeah, I've got a few little goals to tick off today which I'm excited about. So as part of the downwind journey, the SUP downwind journey, I wanted to revisit winging on the Seven Seas 1500, just so I can have a few more moments of like the early takeoff and then also just pumping around on that foil with as little wing support as possible, just so I can understand how this foil works when it first engages and when I'm actually pumping it around. Because in my last paddling session, I was getting to the stage where I was catching a bump and the foil would engage, and I was right at the moment where the board's starting to clear the water surface, and then I'd sort of just get bucked off because I'm not really used to this foil. So yeah, fortunate enough to have the winging skills to be able to jump back and revisit it with this strategy. I'm keen to see if this is a helpful step in the progression towards being able to SUP downwind. So that's today's goal, and then once I've had enough flying around on the 1500, I'm going to come back in and put the speedy foil on, chuck the 550 on if there's enough breeze. It's saying it's a nice strong northerly, but never know whether it sort of tucks into Elwood or not. But yeah, it's my local spot, so with limited time, it's going to be where I'm going to head today. I'll skip to getting ready and heading out in the water, and then yeah, as usual, as I've been doing, we'll debrief afterwards. Continuing on from last episode, I'm going to have a narration over the top of the on-water section of this video. So I'm going to dive deeper into this in the debrief, but today's focus was getting to know the Seven Seas 1500 and using the wing to assist with learning some downwinding skills. Specifically, the pressure through your feet when you're trying to pump up onto foil and when you're up on foil. You're about to see a few clips where I look like a total kook, pumping like crazy with my feet and not using the wing very much at all. But there was method to the madness. I was working on finding the right cadence and pumping technique for this foil. The goal? Fast tracking my progress on the SUP side, learning how to press into the foil with my feet and stay balanced without relying on the wing. So as I said, I'll break it down more during the debrief, so hang around for that. So after this quick little technique session on the wing, I went in, grabbed the paddle to continue working on refining my paddling skills. The big win for this session was not necessarily getting close to paddling up on foil. It was being able to paddle at a higher cadence and for a longer duration of time. Two really important aspects of paddling up onto foil. Okay, let's jump into the debrief. Another session done. That was a fun couple hours down at Elwood. Snuck in a session on the Seven Seas 1500, winging for an hour and then paddling for an hour. It was it was good. It was a very efficient session, getting a little bit of wing foiling in and a bit of paddling in as well. I think the going out in moderate breeze on the wing with the big foil and the downwind board was really helpful, because it really showed me how much effort needs to go into the foot pumping, like pumping the board to get the thing up on foil, even when you've got a bit of wing assist. So essentially the drill I was trying was minimum wing assist and then maximum effort through the feet to sort of emulate what it would be like to have speed through the water of paddling, like the equivalent of paddling, probably a little bit more because it's a bit hard to go super slow, and then an amount of effort through the feet that was required to get going. So that was interesting and definitely a really helpful drill for when I came back in and grabbed the paddle afterwards. I felt like I was starting to get a bit more intensity through pumping the board, more so than what I've had in the past. So that was really positive as well. So I think, yeah, it's another another good one to tick off on the journey to learning downwinding. I think the next step for me is just getting some big bumps, and yeah, just attempting to paddle up onto those, because I'm sort of at the point where I've done a decent amount of paddling practice in flat water. I've become a little bit more accustomed to the bigger foil through winging, and now I just need sort of the energy from the waves to boost me up onto foil, because I don't think this setup right now at my skill level is super achievable to flat water paddle up. So I don't want to flog myself trying to learn a flat water paddle up with gear that's probably, the board's probably a little bit small for my body weight for flat water stuff at my skill level. I think once my skill level builds, I'll grow into this board really nicely. If I had my time again, I'd probably go the one that was 10 liters up, just to have a bit more buoyancy to sort of bounce on when I'm when I'm trying to push momentum through the foil through my feet. So yeah, plenty of good learnings kind of from this SUP downwinding experience. It's kind of cool to have a bit of carryover to my winging skills as well, just like having those like foot pumping skills carry over has been really cool. So anyway, keen to get back out on the fast foils though soon. It's been different being on really big foils, and I'm sort of craving that speed. So next time we have a bit of breeze, I'm getting the small board out and gonna get the 550 out on the water. So anyway, that's about it for me. Another quick shout out to OTB Marine. If you haven't seen in my previous videos, OTB Marine's given me a discount code, so it's going to be 10% off anything on the store. Super generous of the guys at OTB Marine. They've been so good to me, supporting me with the gear that I've been testing out and using to learn downwinding. So really grateful for them, really grateful for you guys. Yeah, the code is WingWiz. WingWiz. I will chuck it up on the screen as well. If you want to get any of the latest and greatest on the wing foiling, SUP downwinding, board sports, sailing even, any of those markets, all the gear is up on their website. Head over there and have a look. They've also got a decent amount of clearance stuff, so you could grab an absolute bargain, because the code also applies to their clearance sale as well. So 10% extra on the clearance stuff too. Awesome deals to be had. Anyway, that's enough rambling for me. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.